This is Matthew Reese with Primetime Sports. I'm at the Duncanville Fieldhouse watching the Dallas Tip-Off Classic this weekend. I'm sitting here with Coach JT of Nike Pro Skills South Elite. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm doing very well myself. Now, you work with Nike Pro Skills. You guys are competing here at the DTOC. Tell me a little bit about your team, how it came together, and your kids on your team.
Well, actually, I was with another organization last year, and I ended up, they put something in front of me where I had to come over as far as starting Pro Skills on the south end of Dallas. So I brought 3 of my kids over. I picked up a couple other kids. A kid that just moved here from Canada, Chris Mugabwa, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Okay.
Goes to Woodrow Wilson. Picked up about 4 other kids, just from kids referring them, and actually turned out to be some pretty good players.
So you said you kind of started like the south side of Dallas. Is
Yes.
that where a majority of your kids are from?
Actually, no. I have a kid from Farmersville, have a kid from Plano. I have a kid who's going to come once school is over. He plays in Amarillo. But
Okay.
the majority of my kids, I would say the majority of them, on this side of town, it's just giving Pro Skills a presence south of I-30, basically.
Right, because generally when you think of the south side of Dallas, I mean, you think of the Dallas Showtime, you think of like Mustangs,
exactly.
Stuff like that. So has it been difficult for you guys to kind of establish a presence in the south side?
Well, not really, because once kids hear Pro Skills, then they automatically know the brand. So it's like, okay, coach, I want to play. Okay, well, I only have 12 jerseys, So, had to turn some away. But, for the majority, I mean, it's been real good. I'm excited. We just won our first 2 games.
Okay.
After 2 days. We've only had 2 practices. So we kind of started slow, won both of those. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, get some stiffer competition, and see how these kids just face adversity.
What do you hope to see from your kids when they do face the tougher adversity tomorrow in bracket play?
Well, we were able to fight back in the 2 games today after starting out slow. So the first thing I want to see is them come out with more aggression. I don't want to be down 6 or down 8 points. I have to call a timeout and say some things I shouldn't say. My guys tomorrow, I expect them to come out with a sense of urgency, and I want to see guys that really want to compete, because even though I only have 12 jerseys, nothing is guaranteed right now. Pro Skills has a standard that they hold themselves to, that they're holding me to. So I can't put garbage on the court. I can't put guys that don't want to compete. I'm going to teach you how to compete, and if you don't follow through, then you can either come sit with me or you can compete, one of the two.
What's the biggest difference you said you came from another program.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference from that program or any other program you've ever worked for and working in Nike Pro?
Wow. Right now, I would just have to say the organization, I'm surprised at the talent that they have on the EYBL squad. I saw the 16 EYBL squad. Nice. That's really the biggest difference that I've seen so far. Other than that, it's just I notice how these kids, as you step up levels, you see more competition. You see guys that know how to compete, and from 20 minutes on in, they're giving you everything they have. So I have some guys that, okay, you can't play for 14 minutes. You got to play for the entire 20 of this first half. You've got to compete the entire time. So that's the biggest adjustment for me that I see that I'm having to get some of these guys to realize. And these guys are coming from blood as soon as the ref tosses the ball up.
What are you trying to instill on and off the court in your players, and what would you say Nike Pro Skills tries to instill in its players?
Well, for me, talking to different coaches, kids, and even from when I grew up, it's like kids don't know how to compete as soon as you walk on the court. If my mother steps out there in front of me, you're going to get this work. Like, it is what it is. And I have guys some guys they see their buddies and, it's my boy, I'm not going to go at it. Man, whatever, man. Like, that's That's the biggest thing that I'm seeing, and I'm going to have to teach these guys. And then outside of that, just off the court, just to be good citizens. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be somebody's dad, you're going to be somebody's husband, you're going to be somebody's father. So just trying to grow them into better young men. You know, to hold themselves accountable for their actions. That's the biggest thing. And just to use this ball. I tell the kids all the time, one day this ball is going to stop. So don't let this ball be your life. You know, one day you're not going to be able to dribble this ball. Let this ball set up your life. You know, use this ball to get an education. You know, and then you'll be a better man because of it then, you know. But, you know, a lot of these kids, I had a kid yesterday who I think he's very talented. I asked him what was his goal. He was like, I'm going to play ball. I was like, okay, what are you going to do after ball? I'm going to play ball. Okay, what are you going to do after that? And that it was 5 minutes into this. You know, it's like, okay, son, you got to learn. And one day this thing's going to stop coming. It's going to stop dribbling. You got to have plan B, you know, so get the education.
Lastly, Dallas Tip-Off Classic, I mean, it's got, four of the biggest, DFW teams. It's got Mustang, Showtime, DJ, H5. What do you hope to see competition-wise tomorrow in the bracket play? I mean, among another, like a bunch of great other programs. What do you expect to see tomorrow, and what do you hope to see?
I expect to see a lot of physical play. I expect to see a lot of athleticism. Mm-hmm. I want to see, me personally, I want to see how my guys respond to this. You know, I don't have the most athletes, however, have a lot of solid ball players. So I want to see how you're going to respond if this guy comes up and dunks on the whole team. What are you going to do? This first guy, if he picks your pocket, what are you going to do? Because I tell guys all the time, these guys on this level, they're here to embarrass you. This is not your friend when you're on the court. These guys are here to get you. So I just want to see how they're going to react to that.